Howdy and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 20, Week 7. Today we're taking another look at the two towers, the Lotus team taking on Maledict Plague Theory, the GRaff team. Last time, Lotus put the entire world on his back except,
5 seconds
unfortunately
remaining.
for him, he had the entire world on his back in an unwinnable Clinks game.
Dire team ban.
Stream opening chick picture-in-picture, we don't have that technology, I'm afraid. Matty Boy has chicks, by the way.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I cannot open the incubator to get the chick out because it'll kill all the other eggs.
For the record, if you weren't aware, Matty Boy, he gets chicks. All the chicks.
I do.
10 seconds remaining.
Well,
They are
I mean,
not
I'm
letting
engaged
that
now, so
X
I
do
get
again.
one chick.
5
there you go.
seconds remaining.
Not letting that X through again. They are not dealing with that.
No, that'd be a-
Definitely
That'd be
the
a very
smart
bad
move.
idea.
I feel like not only did the X kind of ball last game, he had a slump, but he did mostly
10 seconds remaining.
very good there. It is also, I think, the notable Achilles heel, almost for the lineup as a whole, is lads like, all my farming experience was with produce, almost no animal handling. Given your background, I'm not surprised.
So you barely farm.
5 seconds
True.
remaining.
I should
Dire
say,
team ban.
me and a few of my livestock farming friends like to give our produce farming friends lots of shit because livestock farmers also grow produce and livestock.
It's true.
Radiant team pick.
Lion. It does feel like
Good pick.
one of the Achilles heels of this GRaff team is when they do not have the axe on lads. It does feel like Leaf says, I had extensive
seconds remaining.
animal
Dire
handling
team
experience when
ban.
I played solo pubs in SEA.
Hey,
Alright.
it's not wrong. You know, it's not a false statement.
You get the hoodwing
And
again.
Copolis,
Dire
thank
team
you
ban.
for eating food that is not from a lab. We greatly appreciate it.
Radiant team ban.
I only eat things that were grown in a test tube.
Good.
Radiant
But as I was
team
saying,
pick.
the when you don't have lads on the axe, it does feel like none of his other pause 3s are really all that close to that one, right?
Dire team
Okay.
pick.
So
Okay.
you'll be putting a damper on that offlane.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like it.
Support.
I
yeah.
like support duos with literally no chemistry. That's always awesome.
Yeah.
I guess if you really want to push it, you can say that Grimstroke will enable a second acorn.
Does it work like that though?
I think so. I mean, I don't think it spawns a second tree, but I'm pretty sure it spawns a second acorn if you're tied up.
Radiant team pick.
Legion
I-
Commander.
Okay. Like sure. I
Radiant
don't.
team
Okay.
pick.
So lads on the LC, they're picking up the Pit Lord here.
Oh god. Pit Lord is of the heroes I have a lot of games on, Pit Lord is by far my least favorite. Just so, especially now that when Atrophy Aura is stacked permanently, a lot of fun.
5
Not
seconds
anymore.
remaining.
I gotta tell you, picking the Pit Lord, in fact, picking the entire off lane, without either knowing what your safe lane is going to be, or in fact, like,
Are they
banning
gonna
out.
pick a spell that goes into the? Oh my god!
No. No, they're not going to pick a single skill that's going to go either with either of the two big Grimstroke skills, really, because you don't really have anybody who's got like a second skill to use, and you also
You don't have anyone to take advantage of Inkswell.
yeah.
Seconds
What are you
remaining.
doing?
I mean, I guess if you want to be really esoteric about it, if you want to be like the biggest mastermind of your life, you can drop Inkswell on somebody's head and then have Inkswell on Nature's Prophet head. Add it as he teleports, so you can have like the global stun.
Sure.
But
Are
that's
they just
so
going for, like,
hard
a-
to do.
A global like low cooldown kind of thing.
I guess, yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
They're really going to need somebody tanky at mid for Maledict Plague Theory. These are like 3 squishy guys and the LC that's not really that tanky either. They got a Pit Lord on the other side. Inkswell, Mask of Madness Pit Lord, yes. That's the way we do it downtown.
Look, carry Underlord is not bad. I don't hate it.
Radiant team ban. Radiant team.
I objectively
Would you
think it's better
like
than
carry?
offlane.
Would you like carry Pit Lord into Drow Ranger?
No.
Me neither. It's very sad. I was talking before there, you know, Pit Lord picked without anybody, like, seeing anybody on the other side. That is, like, one of the
10
worst
seconds
people he can
remaining.
see. The good news is that if he plays it outright, doesn't really matter in lane.
5 seconds
No matter
remaining.
how bad the Pit Lord lane is, you can just keep dropping a Q on it and ignore it.
Well,
just pretend it doesn't exist.
again, they have no initiation.
That's not true. They have the Nature's Prophet Global Grimstroke Bomb.
Dire team.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy.
And if they don't get that 3 million IQ maneuver to happen, don't worry about that, Maceless. Don't worry about that. If they don't get that 3 million IQ maneuver to
10
happen,
seconds
double rod
remaining.
/ double orchid, that's the actual reality. I think this one is going to be another
5 seconds
counter-initiate team for the most part. Just like make a big field.
Oh.
It's going to be like World War I in this game between the Dark Willow, the Pit Lord, just like throwing all kinds of crap on the ground. The Rod of Atos is happening. The double rod's actually from the Hoodwink. Or not the Hoodwink, double rod's from the Grimstroke. Let's get Ags on Underlord. There's your fight start. True. It's gonna be World War I out there, so there's that. But I'd also like to point out, for the record, that they had the LC pick pretty early on Maledict Plague Theory, and then they picked like a Puz 1 that I would say is like pretty bad in LC. The good news is that nobody on this GRaff team does alpha damage, so it's not like they're going to be able to like insta-win duels, right? I mean, you've got the Finger of Death, but that's not very much, and that won't be in lane with her.
Dire team pick.
I think Flebo just needs to be given the forbidden knowledge of a melee 4.
It's true.
Like, if they had a Tusk here, I wouldn't have half as many problems as I do with this draft.
Smart from Lotus getting rid of the
10
Necro. I
seconds
think that would have been a very good pick here.
Mm-hmm.
Really just needs the
5 seconds
tanky guy.
remaining.
I would still like to see a tanky guy of some description here. It's going to be very scary to play this game on the GRaff team if this last guy is like another glass cannony.
Pick a Dragon Knight and call it a day.
I mean, yeah.
Or a Viper.
Honestly, honestly, true. I think I would prefer the DK.
They could pick a Pangolier again. There's so many options they could pick here. That team has no lockdown.
Now, you can't really blame the first pick for the deficiencies in draft, but I think the issue here is that they really kind of beefed it, I think, a little bit in this round. I mean, they might be able to pull it back because of those issues on the GRaff
You can't
team.
blame the Hoodwink for the problems, but
No.
you can blame the fact that they picked a Grimstroke.
Yeah. They still have the potential to bring it back as a GRaff team also kind of has... Okay, what's going on here?
Can they pick like
Okay.
a carry Doom or a mid Doom?
Imagine
But
that.
the Underlord carry, like, fucking something?
Radiant team pick.
VS is not really that. I guess in a way VS is tanky in the way that you're going to get, like, Ags immediately and basically have a second life, there's that. It still definitely feels like they're going to have to play these fights, especially if Lotus gets somebody who's very good at killing it very quickly. They're going to have to definitely be very careful with the way they play these fights. There is like a very easy reality where all 5 of these guys just die in like a second. Right? Like, if you could just get, like, one balling Nature's Prophet ult, will take out, like, half these guys' HP, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, they have so much damage.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of glass cannons. Fingam? I think so. I think I would agree with that.
If they... Yeah.
I mean,
This
they would have to
is-
do Prophet mid, but...
That's not that bad.
Can Lotus play that? That's the real question.
I'd rather Lotus play that.
Yeah.
Unless they're
see
gonna
that.
pull out like an Ember Spirit or some shit. That just dances around.
Oh,
Ember
buddy,
Void.
we got so much game to cover. Let's do this, alright? Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You may
Arc
now
Warden,
select
huh?
your heroes.
Why? What the fuck?
Well, you were
What's
asking.
going on?
You were you were asking for something to go with the Grimstrokes, and now you have the Arc Warden clone to use the Inkswell.
Oh my god.
And Double Flux.
Is anybody from this team in the chat right now?
No. These guys never watched their their replays.
Why? This is such a shit Arc Warden game.
That's what Maisel Sloyd said.
You have 2 other global heroes.
I really like
What the fuck?
I really like the immediate reaction to that in chat was just, what? This is like, if I'm LC, I am salivating at this game. That the LC doesn't have the ability to kill anybody quickly, but who cares? Because they're also squishy anyway.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You've got all the minus art for the Venge and the Drow, like, and the Lion Finger.
Yeah. Pretty free Drow game
Willow's
as
gonna
well.
fucking shit out. Yeah, because they picked nothing to jump on the back lines.
Hey, they picked Arc Warden. With the Pit Lord, he can just take the Pit Lord Express to the back line.
God.
I mean, the Nature's Prophet picks on the back line. He just needs, like, money.
No, you just get a fucking Hurricane Pike. It doesn't fucking matter.
He needs enough money that you can get the Noli, and then your Hurricane Pike doesn't matter. There you go.
Oh my
He can
God.
technically do it, but he needs money and he needs a lead. If he's not, it's just the same story as the last game in a lot of ways. Like, if this Lotus team is ever down, I don't know how they get back on top, right? Like, they can, if they're up, right? If
There's no like big ultimate that they can just like blow a team fight up with.
Yeah.
Like again, pick a fucking Tide Hunter. Holy shit!
You guys are really pissed. This must have been what you were saying in chat during your games that season, that great season.
Oh my god! It's just like,
you know, there was like a huge scandal on that team after you left too. That was the My Tide crying team. Was this team like through in this game didn't matter or what? Now, actually, Copless, for the record, it's the exact opposite of that situation. Because if Lotus wins, they're guaranteed bracket. If Lotus loses, they're guaranteed no bracket. If Lotus praises the Moon of Mene, it does not affect their bracket status. I can't believe that line is still in the game. It torments me.
wow.
I remember when that, like, everybody had that. Like, my god.
I just like, I want to like just ask Lotus what he saw about this game that screamed Arc Warden.
Yeah. I mean, I think I could actually tell you what he saw about this game that screamed Dark Warden, and that is they pretty much banned like everything else he likes to play.
That's fair.
Pretty much just comfort banned him out there. I can see, I suppose to a degree, the idea in his mind of, okay, everybody on the Dire is squishy, I can just like win the fight with my second guy. I think that's probably at least in the mindset. You know, again, the biggest issue with Lotus this season that he's had is that Lotus has like been out of the game for a long time. He has a very, I would say, old-fashioned view on Dota 2.
That's
I think
fine.
there's probably in his mind the thought still of like, oh yeah, you have the global clone, right? So Lotus can just sit in the jungle, and the global clone is going to go out and be awesome, and you know last for basically ever and all that. He's thinking of old Arc Warden when he's picking them, and it's not like this is an awesome old Arc Warden game, but it makes sense if you look at it in that framing. I think.
Sure.
I think that's really.
I think you're coping real hard, but
I don't know. I mean, the question is not whether I think that's like. I think that's been Lotus's biggest weakness as a player this season. Frankly, is like the very old-fashioned sort of like there were a bunch of games early on in the season where he would like try to build old item, where he would we're not on a live game. We can actually see that happen. Where he would like try to build old items, or he would try to use old skills, or he would get in a fight that he would be winning 4 or 5 years ago, and then lose it and be like, "What happened to my hero in chat?" Right? Like that. He's like that in that place right now. That's where he's kind of at, and he's been like getting better about it over the season. But it's like he's not been running this Arc Warden much. I don't think he really is. What was that?
He's crashed.
What was that? Q from Grimstroke. I didn't like the Pit Lord pick being as early as it was. That was the biggest issue I had. Bro might die. Eat a tree drill. Oh my god. Okay, it doesn't matter. Didn't like the Pit Lord pick. It didn't go with either of his two supports, like basically at all. So it's not a good 3 and under club. The global presence is good, but
yeah,
whatever. They neither like ban anything out for the Pit Lord. They didn't screen it at all. They had like no pause ones that could like own it ban, and guess what? They got a pause one that owns it. Not really great. Goodbye,
you
Lotus.
are like dropping up and by Lotus. Yeah. Your stream here
don't
is
worry about it.
bopping in and out. So if I am delayed in my reactions,
It'll probably recover itself in a couple of minutes. That's what tends to happen.
sure.
So
This
it's
line
1-3.
pick was really good for a first pick too. Like they didn't pick anything that can deal with it.
No, I feel like the Lotus team in general this game was very, Okay, Matty boy, here's your pop quiz. I always talk about proactive and reactive drafts. What am I talking about when I'm talking about that?
Any drafts that want to run at you versus drafts that want to get run at?
No, it's drafts where...
Oh, they're countering every hero that comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, your wholly proactive draft, you're just going to completely ignore the counterplay, ignore what the other guys are picking, and just try to pick your own lineup with your own combos that you want. If you're doing a purely reactive draft, you're just doing a bunch of like counter picks that don't really make any sense when you put them all together. Have to be somewhere in the middle. This feels like a very proactive draft from the Lotus lineup. I can
Matty_boy just deployed their very first sub.
Shoutouts to you for subscribing right now.
Ah, me?
You, baby, you
Thank
did it. Inno did the same thing.
Look, as someone
Live on
with two
stream.
jobs, if I can prevent someone from living that hell, I will do so.
Shoutouts to you. But oh my god, Wacko almost died of the tower there. This is like an awesome lane so far for Wacko Dubs. He's 2-0. He is 2-0. He's not getting that many last hits, but he's 2-0 at 4 minutes.
He's 2-0 and he has the same amount of last hits as the offlaner, so
yeah.
He wins.
Yeah, this is really bad. This is not how you run this Pit Lord lane here. He's definitely, like, if in a lane that looks like this, if I'm looking at you and you don't have a full HP bar, you're playing it too aggressive. Like, in a lane that looks like this, in a lane that's especially starting to turn on you like this, drop your Q on the waves, stay in XP range. Like, the other guy can do nothing about that except just stalemate it.
We were talking about how Lotus is playing, like 4 or 5 years ago. You need to play like the 4 or 5 years ago offlane here.
Yeah.
And just
you need to play like the 10 years ago offline, really. You need to play
was
like
it that long
Batrider.
ago?
You need to play like Batrider in T3 or like Darkseer in TI3 and just like drop skills on the wave and then pretend there's no Dota game going on otherwise. Like this is not it.
Oh my god, was the suicide offlane that long ago?
Oh,
Wacko?
Oh my god. The Pit Lord actually dies first. Counterattack here from the Dark Willow. I don't know what Space Cowboy's looking for here, frankly. This is a really effective counter attack from Dark Willow. Oh man.
There's no way.
Wow!
Oh.
Wow! No way he lived
god.
that! Oh, now he gets to die in the Pit Lord?
First picking Sean any league, anytime.
There you go.
Hit my line for next 82L season.
You are
if
now
you wanna
the
play on my
anti-US
team.
Danny.
I've always been the anti-US Danny.
Oh yeah, see something that US Danny would only say the opposite of right now.
I love my team.
That's true, yeah. Hey, he liked his team in 14 and most of it in 18 when he won. I mean, it would be just like US Danny to literally win the season and then still motherfuck somebody in the after season report.
Yeah.
Run in here mid by the Dark Willow is going to get rid of the Arc Warden.
Oh, and GRaff is fine.
Arc Warden 0 and oh, just barely 18 HP. Ooh, Furion noises. Nope, they don't have good enough vision on them anymore. They're actually gonna decline.
Furion has 10 CS.
Yeah, this guy's not hitting creeps at all. He's just,
He
you know, he's just dropping on
is
people.
LC literally is 3 times the CS, or had 3 times the CS.
Yeah, it's gonna equalize a little bit now. He's having to back off here, just out of resources. But
If I wasn't like an off-lane
Radiant are
connoisseur, this Lad of Lad guys would also be high on my list. Not that I know Lad of Lad. He's
Who?
being goated forever.
you're
Lad
kidding
of
me.
Lads.
Not again.
Oh,
This is
no,
100 to 0. This is a
Lotus.
swap under the tower. Dark Willow and
no.
again the armor break plus the Dark Willow big right click. Oh man, this
Oh.
sucks.
Baby.
Just realizes that Nature's Prophet wasn't support yet. Space Cowboy is the pause one for this team, if you can believe that.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Alright, now he's level 4 compared to the Drow's level 6. That's
Oh my god, we're already halfway through the game? Jesus
let's just
Christ.
pretend we didn't see that.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I mean, I'm not shocked. Look at this fucking net worth.
Yeah, it's a 3k net worth lead here at 7 minutes. It's not looking good. There was a game early on in the season where Lotus team kind of had a morale bust, and it really looks a lot like this, to be frank.
Castero is literally AFK under the tower.
Waiting for Space Cowboy. I'm gonna get some, What?! I hope nobody can see that.
Oh no, he's dead.
Luckily,
He's
at least
No,
Elsie
he's
doesn't
not.
have duel.
Oh.
Here is
Oh, he's
the
dead anyway.
VS.
They're swap him.
Yeah, very,
What?
very nice. He saved the Willow with the swap
He
rather
saved-
than going for the
okay.
kill. Space
That's
Cowboy,
the
you
GRaff I
psychopath!
love. What are you doing?
You have duel on the LC now.
And now Lotus is here.
Lion also here. Biggest
Now they
stun
have
of
duel.
Lion's life.
And Duel is gonna come out on this arc. Oh,
No, he's not.
No.
He accidentally used Overwhelming and got rid of all his mana. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
They
no, it doesn't matter.
Alright, the old 8-minute... Not a courier, too!
Oh god.
The old 8-minute 4 for 0 trade, I mean... That is a lot of red in that after-action report there.
Oh, wow. Oh, and he's just dead again.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, the GRaff team has been a team of like many ups and downs this season. This is a true fact. If they did not get this series, they would actually have had no way to get under bracket. The only reason they're able to get under bracket is because they got Lotus, right?
The other team can't draft?
No, I mean
Yeah.
just the way the bracket actually went. They got Lotus. Stack reports on this in MP and go next. True.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
if I'm this pit lord, I am just AFK in this top lane until the tier 2's dead.
The GRaff team started out this season kicking everyone's ass and taking everybody's name, and then they just kind of fell into a hole.
3 tangos in his inventory at 10 minutes. Oh boy.
Well, he's got to get out of his tree somehow. He doesn't have a he doesn't have a quelling blade.
And he's going for straight Mjolnir.
Space
no
Cowboy
orchid.
has less last hits than Dark Willow. No, now they have the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you look at the net worth chart here.
Wow.
Oh no,
Radiant's
baby.
bottom tower is
Ain't
under
good.
attack.
They just got Midas on Lotus, so he's not going to be able to fight for a million years.
And that's no boots. Not
Yeah,
even
the
a full
raw
one.
dog, baby. That guy just all
You
in
need,
on the button.
and this guy doesn't have any wraith bands. Like, oh my god.
They
You
might
need,
kill
like, at
Wacko.
least 2. No, they're not.
The whole army
They
comes out here
missed
for
the
Wacko.
tree.
GRaff probably didn't mean to swap that guy, but that's the guy he got.
Radiant's middle tower
It doesn't even matter. They're just gonna kill him anyway.
They had to fall to lose it all.
Oh, and they gotta stop. Oh no. Oh god.
The GRaff team was getting their asses kicked, and the Lotus team was like starting to look good. Like the Lotus team was starting to get these like big upset wins on like upper card teams. I would say, like I think, you know, of the top of the top 5 teams, they have wins on 3 of those guys, right? They're starting to do really good. But, jeez, I don't know if they knew the stakes here. I feel like they might not have, or maybe this is a situation where they're taking, you know, the loss and being out of the season as a good thing. You do see that on teams sometimes, but the GRaff team is playing like they need to go 2-0 to make bracket, and the Lotus team is playing like they really don't have any idea of that. They think they've got it. That's secure. As just a whatever series, they just go next, and they're going to be really surprised at the end of this game if they don't find somebody to turn this around the next few minutes, because they're 8k down. I was talking earlier about how hard this team's going to have it if they're down. I was like, okay, you know, they might get like a 10k net worth disadvantage at like, you know, 20 minutes or something. It's half that time, and they're already basically there.
Yeah.
No,
no.
Lotus!
Oh, no.
They're guaranteed to get the LC on the other side.
They got one. They're up to 3 kills now. That's a kill every 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is
On.
under attack.
They might be about to make that a kill every 3 minutes. Lotus
Nope.
in deep
Radiant's
here.
top tower has fallen.
Nope.
She's doing classic Lotus gameplay right now.
She can just... The Willow can just W away. Oh, God, you can't miss
We
that.
just say whatever,
Radiant's top
man.
tower is under attack.
Doesn't even have to use a spell. And just arrows just dead.
And then you can die.
I think that might legitimately be the situation that they did not realize that if they got 2-0'd this series, they would be off bracket. Or they did realize and didn't care, but I think that legitimately might be the case. They're just sitting here playing the 2%
definitely
effort game.
been on a team where we don't realize how important the last
Radiant's
series
middle
is.
tower is under attack.
And either win and we're like, oh, cool. Or lose. And it's, ah, shit.
And then you look in the bracket and you're like, wait, where are we?
Yeah.
It might be that.
You remember when Drow's ulti used to insta-kill Ancients?
That was a long... Well, no, it wasn't that a long time ago, because they brought it back
It
for a minute.
was, like, yeah.
That was her
a
Dota
wild
one-
period of time.
That was her Dota 1 ult, for the record. They
Oh,
just
yeah. No, I mean...
brought it back for like half a year, and they were like, enough of that now.
I mean,
like
who
the
knew when you
usual
just make 15 stacks
Oh,
and Drow just eats it in 2 minutes?
Okay, the Pit Lord doing work here.
Not
Gonna get rid
enough.
of the gonna get rid of the LC and the Lion. We'll lose the
The Wacko
Faker.
Dubs is just gonna kill
my God,
everybody.
just- yeah.
Goodbye.
Murders the whole world. Where is
Doesn't
my
even
BS?
matter. It doesn't
Where
even
is
matter.
my
Just
BS? GRaff taking a vacation. What do you mean? What do you mean, ult? She's so low, 28 HP.
Radiant's
It
bottom
Oh
doesn't
my
matter.
God, where's my VS? What were you doing, GRaff?
it doesn't
Oh.
even matter.
True. God
They
damn
still
it!
kill. Oh my God.
Yeah, I hover my mouse over that. It doesn't show that as an empty slot anymore. Oh, in here.
Oh, they're up to a kill every 3 minutes.
True, yeah. 4 for 2 trade.
That's what, like, it doesn't matter that GRaff isn't there. Like, just let him hit the fucking tower.
Ags is out
Sorry?
on GRaff.
He didn't even. Oh wow. Didn't even have to ship out a component. Just bought it outright. Why not?
They also
So
just
Liz got a kill.
They got Lion. He went really crazy, went way too far forward here.
Happens. What can you
10k advantage, by the way. 10k net worth lead at 15 minutes.
do? Wow.
At least the Dark Willow is not 4th place on the net worth chart anymore. There's that, I guess.
By 200 gold.
Yes, but you know.
I guess no. By if we're counting the end, like your profit is 200 gold away from the enemy
Radiant's
position
middle tower
floor.
is under attack.
Going right
Oh.
on the Ags for the Pit Lord, I cannot agree with that at all here. Like, you... Man, I don't know what the hell you build, but not this.
You build auras. You don't. Why
Yeah.
would you buy tread?
Dire's top tower is
Oh
under
my god.
I mean, the auras are not gonna like be enough, right? Like the auras are not gonna, because right now
It's still something.
it's something, yeah. Hey, the axe is also something. I don't know. It's a very tough world being being the pit lord in this game because you're like almost like a hero, and these guys are dead. These guys are not heroes. And the pool, shoutouts to you. We'll be starting your series after this.
I don't know. I think this is 2 for 2 to Liz just asked. I don't know if
Goodbye,
they
Space
asked
Cowboy.
for the pick or if they just were handed the heroes, but this is just
Trout stops
I
to
don't
turn on
know.
the watcher.
wow.
Got the shark cue at 17 minutes. Okay, she might be regretting this one.
Oh my god, are they gonna do it? They did it.
And all that
Oh,
had
they
to
don't
happen is for Drow to literally just run down a lane where she had no teammates and support and try to throw. Why were you
Honestly
here?
though, if Drow had a hurricane pike there, it's probably not that big a deal.
True.
I guess it's a little early for a full pike, but I'd be building that instead of a shard right now.
The good news
Oh,
is that
man.
they get the funny broccoli man on the other side of the affair.
Yeah.
Hey, he finished
Yeah.
his first item at 17 minutes. That's pretty good for a pause one,
Oh
right?
my. Yeah, he still has a tango,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
buddy.
Hey, it's like I said, he has to get out of his tree somehow. He still doesn't have a calling blade, so.
Oh my god. Wow. This is hard to watch even for me.
Vlad's coming out on the Vengeful Spirit. I don't know if you know this, Matt. You're gonna be doing the In the Pool, the Tall Ball series next. So the series you would have been in if you weren't moving a fridge.
My guy. The tallest of balls.
It's true. And in the chat is gonna be the innest of pools. So. GRaff also gonna die here. Stop 1v5ing? I mean,
No, it's fine. He can just do that.
I don't think losing your mid for a support is worth it.
Hey, he's got ag. That's fine. See?
That's true, but he just gave up a lot of money there. I would imagine.
I still don't think it matters.
Yeah, even though they... Oh, wait, no, it isn't counting that yet. In fact, that's a terrible
It's
post-fight recap.
like a.
This game should not end till Leaf comes back from his chores. True.
Radiant's middle tower.
I think
is
GRaff
under
should have
attack.
bought a fucking Battle Fury just for the memes.
GRaff just swapped the LC there. And yes, it's true. If only the... You know the clockwork blade mail eating trait?
Radiant's middle
You know
The
how you
chainmail thing?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The chainmail is what I meant. You know how you fix that trait? You know how you make it good?
has fallen.
What?
Make it not a trait and make that just a part of chainmail. That everyone could just eat chainmail. For
Just
no
eat
reason.
chainmails.
And it makes like the noise when you eat cheese when you do it too.
Is under attack.
I think if they added like
Oh man!
some. Oh
The
no!
insta-gip duel.
I like the idea of that clockwork facet. I think it just needs like some other benefit. I don't know what that benefit is. Whether it's like HP regen or damage or... I guess those would be the only two that make sense to me. But I think if that gets a buff, then we see mid clockwork again.
There you go. I can't
Or
wait to
offlane
see.
clock.
I can't wait to see mediocre clockwork. That's what you meant, right? This
No,
clockwork, he's
you
so
don't
mid,
remember
bro.
the Sumail clockwork?
He's so mid. No, I just know what you're saying. You're just laying it
Ah,
down. you know?
the mid clockwork.
He's
Yes.
so mid, bro. They're just going to Roche.
Radiant are scanning.
13k net worth advantage, 8 to 32. Look at hero levels real quick. The Furion is tied with the Lion.
Oh. Oh.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
know.
Fall into the dark.
Immortality.
No, she was like, immortality.
Yeah. I think they just end now, right?
Yeah,
Or are they gonna try and go for megas again?
they could if they wanted to, I guess. I mean, what's stopping them this juncture? I mean, again, this is another game where they're going to lose if the game goes on for 300 years. It's just, I don't... Unless the
I don't
LC gets
think
a
so.
billion duels.
Not even a little bit.
So far, the
don't
LC
think
hasn't
it-
actually gotten the dual
Dire's
damage,
turret
though,
has
so...
been killed.
Pit Lord doesn't scale nearly as well as the LC does.
Well, the LC has to get a million duels to scale. I would say if she doesn't get a million duels, she's worth scaling than Pit Lord.
Yeah, maybe.
And like I said,
I think
thus
that this
far,
spell is still good
really
like,
seen that.
at every single part of the game.
hey, I would say the Pit Lord Gaming is good at every part of the game. So there's that. By the way, never show me
Yeah.
this. Every time I see this, all right, this right here, I flame it. All right. This
Maxing
ability,
Pit?
it doesn't scale like worth a damn. Look at how little that like gets better. It's
Yeah,
almost not worth.
0.3 more seconds.
It's almost not worth the
Or,
additional mana cost.
Would
Versus,
you do me a yeah? Thank you. 30% damage reduction.
yeah,
Double the damage reduction you're doing right now,
over
or
four-
5 times what it would be level 1.
Radiant's bottom tower
that's just
has
me.
fallen.
Yeah, every time I see this, I feel like, don't do that. The only time I would say you want to do that is if you have somebody on your team who has an ability that can like throw you back into the pit, like the Rubik or something. You
No.
can do that then.
No,
And,
no.
no, I would
Still
say
no.
that's fair. I've done that before. It does smoke people. You just get to stay in the pit for an hour and a half. It sucks.
So like an extra point, what, 3 seconds? 0.5 seconds?
Yeah, because you can just time that like between the like if you have the
Or
telekinesis, right?
5 times the damage reduction?
Between the telekinesis
Percentage
and
based
the,
damage reduction?
between the telekinesis
I-
and the firestorm, like the firestorm is really what you're getting out of that. You get like 6 ticks of firestorm with the maxed pit plus telekinesis. It's like forever. Nobody's standing up to that early game.
GRaff makes the point, yeah, that you're leveling Pit with the Ags, but you have to actually, like,
Hey, you can get it right now if you want it.
I think if you're going for the Ags build, you just go for the Ags first and skip the Atos.
Also, I gotta be honest enough to say, outside of that situation I just went, I would still get because it's just such a small scale, right? Like the
Yeah, it's still
the other side of the
0.3
coin.
seconds?
The other
Oh, God!
the other side of the coin on this issue is also that it's not really much worse at level 1 compared to level 4. The big upside for the Ags is not that the pit itself is awesome, it's that you just make this big giant no-go zone over the entire map.
They
And
got
having
it.
just slightly better pits is not really going to help that, especially when you don't have the level 15 trade.
When you can't get off the map or out of the fucking base, it doesn't matter.
Also
It
true,
don't
yeah.
matter.
They kind of had Drow in a compromising position there for a second, just get swapped out. Lion points at the Hoodwink. This will be a very scary Grimstroke ult that there was even a possibility that there was follow-up on it, but they literally don't have that. Drown's kind of killing everyone.
Oh, Space Cowboy? Just got a triple kill?
Then he died,
And
but I
he's
mean,
dead.
that's a lot for this game.
I mean,
Good lord.
that was over 1,200 gold just for him.
Did Pit Lord just not drop the Q there? What happened? Why couldn't take any damage?
Yeah, I don't know.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures
Again, holding
are
on for dear
fortified.
life here. No matter how unlikely the scenario of a comeback for the Lotus team, they're not going to let it go. Which, I mean, they shouldn't here. I can't blame them for that. Because if they gave up here, they would, like, not have a spot on bracket. First kill on the VS, so VS is now Spooky Ghost. Oh, she bought back? GRaff, you're in the chat. Was that on purpose? I have this weird feeling it probably wasn't.
Does Tristero not play offlane?
I just looked at their Dota buff. Like,
he
are they
kinda
mostly
does.
a support player?
Mostly a support player, yeah.
Okay, alright, I'll shut up then.
Dire's middle
I don't think...
Because
I don't
Underlord is kind of the... I don't... Like, you can play
Well,
it if you don't
Tliss
really
is-
play off lane.
Tliss is not Tristero.
That's my bad. Yeah,
Agreed.
I'm looking for Tristero. Hold
I'm
on.
gonna save his ghost, okay. Yeah, Tliss is an offlaner. He's just kind of in the same boat as Space Cowboy in that he really hasn't... I'll get into that after this game if it goes the way it's going to look. Or I'll get into it after if it doesn't, I guess. Oh, Lotus again. Yeah, this time is a little bit more what I was like expecting from the strategy of this lineup, like versus this lineup. Pretty effective.
Carry play.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty effective, like, counterplay strategy, I think, of, you know, just having the LC, just waiting for Lotus to show up, but just always trying to pin him down if possible. Feel like, at this point, the soft majority of or the plurality, if you want to use any, a fancy term, of duels have been on Lotus. Guy can't do anything, guy can't go anywhere. Well, that was kind of awkward, everyone kind of blinks for the Pit Lord and just kind of sends him around town, kind of awkwardly. BKB reveal on the Ranger.
But
Fury
Celeste,
on
you
is just
play
dead
Tide
again.
Hunter. You play Tide Hunter. Play the Tide Hunter and Dawn. Oh my god.
Well, the conventional wisdom right now in LD2L, well, Dom was first phase man. Conventional wisdom right now in LD2L is Tide
That's
is
fair.
poopy.
All right, Dota buff. Why are you putting a Sir Action Slack's silencer game on the front page?
Good question. Copa says, I
why
don't
is-
understand. Yeah, that's the biggest question mark in this game to me. It doesn't go with anything. They literally, they don't have any skills that can follow on it. Like, did they think they were going to get, like, the LC for the double duel or something? Like, they have no...
Pick the LC Grim.
They have no... Well, they don't have the LC Grim. LC's on the other team. They don't
No,
have...
that's what I mean. First
Yeah.
pick it. Like, phase it.
They...
This is LC was third.
I mean, I don't think that was really the intent. That would be silly. But they picked it, like, really early. They picked nothing to counter with the ult, or nothing to drive with the ult. They picked nothing to go with the Inkswell. Thus far this game, the biggest impact Grimstroke has had is a couple cool Qs and some silences, and that's like it. And once again,
Yeah, I mean,
I can't go anywhere. He's just feeding at this point. That's like disastrous for this team. Pokemon!
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay. What do you mean, monster?
Oh.
Where was he? What? You got owned here?
Oh no.
Oh, they had the Watcher up. Sad.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
What level is Space Cowboy?
Level 15. Same
Oh.
level as the Lion, and inexplicably also the LC. It's very low level.
Yeah, that's wild.
6 levels below the Drow is his counterpart here. And they are
7.
going to annoy you by going for the,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
they're going to annoy you by going for the every creep. This game looks like my team's games all season. True. Matty Boy's fault, TBH.
I know.
It is going to be awesome when I blame you for how the season went at the end of the Tall Balls post-season rundown, and then say, also it was... I mean, it's true, but it wasn't your fault at all. You were standing in for a guy 2 badges above you. Like, that's not good. I think you can be honest enough to admit that. That's not awesome.
Oh yeah. No.
So,
Oh yeah, when I played for them the last time.
yeah, both times you were standing in for Pocket, who is an Archon 2 right now.
Yeah. Well, and
But, you
I
know,
mean,
we'll get
I
to
haven't
that
played
series. This is
support
another series.
in for fucking ever. I have been exclusively offlane gamer for like 7 months.
It always felt because every week there was somebody who was like doing a victory lap, like, yeah, we shut out the Tall Balls team, like, yeah, good job guys, you took out the team that's already in last place when they were down their like key player and their replacement was 2 badges below him because he signed up a badge below what he is right now. But either way, that's that game's issue. But indeed, this is how the cookie crumbles, I guess, for the Lotus team, which is kind of awkward because I was not really planning on. I had something awesome to say for the postseason rundown for the GRaff lineup. I was going to go so into detail on that, and I'm going to be improvising for the Lotus team, both because, I was expecting like a 1-1 or something here, if I'm being frank. I think that's where the money would be. They've just been doing so well the last couple of weeks. And the fact that I haven't really
You're
seen...
also a robot at the moment.
That's good. Only for you, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, there we
In
go.
fact, I just haven't seen that much of the Lotus team, so that's going to be cool. Didn't believe... I mean, I thought it was within the realm of reality. But...
Now, Sean, you are my first pick in my next
There you
season.
go.
Unless I can
That's
convince Boofus to play. If I can get Boofus back into this league, he is by far my first pick.
And with
I will
that,
dump my entire budget into Boofus.
Mr. President, a second plane has hit the towers. They're going down.
Yeah.
That's the end of the
Yeah.
that's the end of the road for the Lotus lineup.
And there's not even like a war on terror to come out. This is bad.
It's true. Matt.
Copless, you can't play in this league. Can you?
Maybe if he sandbags, but probably not.
And
Anyway,
spell my name correctly.
yeah, Matt.
Two
Matt
keys!
that's a different. That Matt is the Matt that you griefed in finals last season. That's the Matt you're spelling. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much second versus same of the first. Exact same issue. The GRaff team took a different approach this time. Last game, it felt like the GRaff team's strategy was to eat everyone else and just try to sideline Lotus as much as possible. Almost kind of backfired on them, but the problem is that it was just such a bad Clinks game, it didn't matter. He just got completely shredded. This time, it's kind of the opposite effect, where it's like they just picked this team to, he griefed you. They picked this team to drop a piano on the Lotus and just kind of ignore the rest of the team, and the rest of the team is very easily ignorable at the end of the day. The Space Cowboy on the Prophet, the Tliss on the Underlord have very little impact. Even Flebo, who's a very good pause 4, felt like he's just kind of lost this game. The end result is that Lotus, who is the guy who carries the bags for this team, is 2-11, and Lotus, who is the guy who carries his bags for his team, has to carry his bag out of the league this season. He is out. First season back for Lotus in a very long time, and he is gone. So, yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Is there anything else to say about this actual game? I mean, no, you see Copless, their carry only has the second most deaths.
No.
No. You see, the real pause 1 is tied for second with 11 deaths. The pause 2 they have in the safe lane has 13 deaths.
Yeah.
But
Either way.
yeah, I think it's time for the good old-fashioned postseason rundown for the Lotus team. Maybe in hindsight, it was a bad idea to do both of these in one day, but oh well. So, I guess I'll give you the choice of who to start with. Just name a name on that team.
Oof. Celeste. Just go from top to bottom.
Okay, Tliss. Welcome back. First things first, this is kind of a harsh return, I'm guessing, but welcome back to Tliss. I hope next season, if you get to play again, you get to play the role you probably wanted to play. It definitely, when it comes to offlane, it's kind of bad to be in the situation you're in. If you're, like, really rusty, and that's really, if we're being honest with ourselves, it's what this season felt like for you. I'm gonna really hammer Lotus with this. But it's like, you were playing 10 years ago Dota just like he was, right? It felt like in large part. And in the pool, he's in chat, and he's had that particular hammer dropped on him too. But you're definitely playing that old man Dota. You're playing that 10 years ago Dota. And if you're like somewhere else in the map, that's like bad. That's a disadvantage. But it's like, Pause 1 and Pause 2 can kind of get around it with mechanics. Pause 4, Pause 5 are not expected to carry that kind of baggage at like an LD2 level. But you really got to get like sharp on like you got to get time on the field and get rid of that rust if you're going to be running Pause 3. If you don't know what like your matchups look like, if you don't know how to be running your lanes against these guys, right? If you're like rusty on like what you should be building, what items are good or not, then I would definitely say you would really want to get some time on the field. It had a lot of these moments where it definitely felt awkward. It felt like you were kind of a step out of line. It also felt like, unfortunately, you were kind of a bad fit for this team. Like, and that's not your fault, obviously. But it did feel like you were trying to run what like you see sometimes in the pro games. You're trying to run a lot of like very late game pause threes, almost 1 from 3 type deal. We've seen that Wraith King a few times in the season, but that's just very contradictory to the kind of game that it feels like Lotus wants to play. So it didn't feel like it was working out. I feel like this team definitely would have like been better off just switching you to 1, Space Cowboy to 3, maybe just trying that. I don't know, but yeah, that's Bliss. Flebo. I can't remember if you're brand new or if you haven't been here for a long time. I think it's former. Very good debut this season. You look like a very solid player. I think you have the classic LD204 syndrome of having maybe too small a pool, but you definitely were very annoying. You definitely did seem to have a lot of impact. You seem to be on the right track. I just don't have that much to say about you because I didn't really see enough of your season. Frankly, it did feel like you were doing a lot of heavy lifting in these games. It felt like you were doing a lot of heavy lifting in these games, causing a lot of problems on this like Hoodwink, on this like Willow, for example. Solid start. Would like to see more about you before I could really go more into detail on your game, but solid start. Hope to see you again. Space Cowboy, this ain't your game, brother. You don't need me to tell you that, but this is not where your strength is as a player. You could do this hypothetically. If you decided for whatever reason that you wanted to be the pause 1 god, and you like got down and dirty, you get your elbows dug in, and you decided, it's the same thing I told Lion a couple of seasons ago, funnily enough. You decided that you wanted to be Mr. 1. You could do it. It would take a lot of time. It would take a lot of games, a lot of practice on the field, right? Take a lot of work and a lot of effort, and you would really just kind of be lagging a little bit behind the guys who are playing at your same skill level, who are like more adapted to this role. You could do it. You could get there. It would be hard. It would be, excuse me, hard road. But the problem is, for my money, the way I see it, it's just this pause 1 role, very antithetical to your like strengths of player, antithetical to what you like want to do. I feel like you've got like the whole like greedy thing slapped on your head a bunch over the years, and yeah, you do kind of deserve it in some cases, to be honest with you. Copless can attest to that. He was like raging about one of your builds for a year one time, but excuse me, but like, I don't know, the way you want to come at, you want to farm and fight, and you want to fight too much for this role. I think that's the biggest thing. It seems to be going against your instincts. It seems to be going against what you want to do as a player, right? That's what you're really doing. You're fighting yourself. I've said I want to see a season of this guy pause 2 for like 3 seasons in a row. Zeus build, yes it was. I said I want to see a season of this guy pause 2 like 3 seasons in a row, and I still think that. I think if you're on a team with like a pause 1 player that's like, all right, if you're on a team with like a 6 out of 10 pause 1 player where you can have some like space and time to shine, where they're going to be running like some earlier game pause 1s, like Coffee Cat would be a good combo if he was still here, but he's gone now sadly. But like something like that, right? Or Lads, actually, I think you'll see that at Lads sometimes when he's won. If you were in that boat, then you would be in an awesome spot. But that's one thing, I don't know if it's gonna work out. If you're gonna do wacky lanes, do what I've been calling for. I think literally since your rookie season, go show me that mid space cowboy. I think that's what, if you want to try a core role, I think that's where you secretly belong. Lotus. You know this ram once ran for POTUS, Maddie? It's true. I think, and I will stand by this, yeah, the current game's notwithstanding, because game 2 is just tilted to hell, and game 1 he played pretty well, even if it was on a bad pick. I think, genuinely, of the players in the season, I think Lotus is the best player. Frankly, I hope to not see him back in the LD2L next season because I think the issues that the guy has that are keeping him in this bracket, keeping him this tier, are, like with Bliss, all rust. It's all rust. It's all like you playing things that worked 10 years ago and being jump scared when they don't work, right? It's, you playing old versions of heroes, you using the older builds, right? If you modernize, and I think that was really your race this season, in a lot of ways you did come close. I think this game you did kind of slip back with the Arc Warden here a little bit. And it also kind of affected your drafting, and I don't know if that ever really got that much better. But if you get your eye on the ball, if you get your nose to the grind, you put some time on the field, you start getting like acquainted, you start raising that Dota IQ. You get out of the past, you start building, the more current builds. That doesn't mean you have to do exactly what the meta says or whatever, but just, not doing exactly what the meta said, 5-8 years ago, right? If you get your nose to the grindstone, you do that, you're going to be like out of here in no time. I think you play generally when you're on and when you're not being hamstrung by like an old tactic or an old item or whatever. When you're on all cylinders, when you're playing the way you want to play, the way you should play, it does definitely feel like you play at like a mid or even upper divine level, right? Like well above the LD2L cap. But as it stands now, you need to get yourself refreshed. Hopefully this has been a good refresher season for you. But really, as rude as this is to say, I do hope you're not here next season because I hope by next season you're above cap, and I think that's a very realistic objective for you. Tristero! Unfortunate, man. Again, it kind of felt like you were sort of man lost here. It definitely feels like Tristero, you tend to play with like bigger team fight heroes outside of the ogre, I guess. Even that's a team fight hero of at least some description, but you tend to play these like larger team fight heroes, and this is like a team that really wanted to just do picks all season, right? You're on this team that wanted to do this pause one from mid, the 2 and the 3 or the 1 and the 3 are as lackeys type play, like, running over people in the early game. Lotus carries late. It's a game they wanted to play, and I don't think that's a game like you like to play. I don't think that's what you're good for. Like again, like Tliss, kind of miscast here. I don't want to say that's not what you're good for because it's a very mean way to put it. So instead, I'll say it's not where your strength lies. It's not where it's at. Is there? I hope you had a good time this season because I kind of nagged you into it, but you know how it goes. But yeah, that's the end of the story for the Lotus team. GRaff, going few takes 8th place on the bracket, and now they get to face the Brion team next week. So I'm sure they're looking forward to that. Anything else to say about this Lotus team before we get out of here? I don't know if Maddie's even present. If you or somebody you know want to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, but it's not too late to stand in. Still needed, though probably not, a little bit less moving forward. It is not too late to join up as a member of the in-house league, which is still popping. It is not too late to join up with queues, which are popping everywhere you look, and I suspect probably going to be picking up running into playoffs. All kinds of fun. Go to ld2l.gg. Follow the link to the Discord server. That's where the action's happening. And we will see you next time for Ransoms versus Tall Balls. And, oh yeah, shout outs to my subs. Could not do without you. Beautiful, beautiful people.